Management of diarrhea and dehydration. Management can be divided into three plans based on the clinical assessment of dehydration discussed in the previous video. Let's start with Plan A. Plan A comprises of the patient of no dehydration, and our role is to provide the child with at least minimum fluid so that the amount that is lost is replenished. It is done by oral rehydration therapy, or ORT in short. Most commonly used agent is ORS, that is oral rehydration solution. One can also use home-based fluids like coconut water, dal water or rice water. Amount to be given in less than 2 years of old child is 50 ml to 100 ml per loose stool. 2 to 10 years of old child 100 ml to 200 ml per loose stool, and more than 10 years of child as much as he wants. Now what is not ORS? Tea, coffee, milk, juice, carbonated drinks, pure dextrose solution are not ORS. Let's go ahead. Why ORT may fail? Incorrect preparation or administration of ORT, or persistent vomiting by child, or glucose malabsorption, or high purge rate, or paralytic ileus. Now let's see Plan B. Plan B, given to the child with some dehydration. According to WHO ORS, the ORS constituents are sodium, chloride, glucose, potassium, citrate, which total makes 245 milliosmol per liter, which is very important to be remembered. Here the molar ratio of the glucose to sodium is same. Hence it is important to remember that sodium and the glucose are same in the new WHO ORS. Coming to the amount given, the amount given in the Plan B is 75 ml per kg over 4 hours, followed by 10 to 20 ml per kg per loose stool. Point to be noted is that up till now the child can take oral feed, hence all the above therapy is meant for oral rehydration, but as we move towards severe dehydrated child, the treatment changes to IV, as we will see in Plan C. Now coming to Plan C. Plan C is given for severe dehydration. IV fluids, and the best fluid is ringalactate. Total IV fluid given is 100 ml per kg per 6 hours or 3 hours depending upon the age of the child. If age is less than 1 year, then we have to give it in 6 hours. For the first hour 30 ml per kg and 70 ml per kg for over 5 hours. If the child age is more than 1 year, then we give 30 ml per kg rapidly in 30 minutes and rest 70 ml per kg over 2.5 hours. Let's go ahead. Now let's see another important therapy which you often have heard people saying, that is zinc, which is an important element in diarrheal control. Let's see its importance. Zinc has gained the popularity in diarrhea management because of the two properties. First, zinc inhibits the mechanism causing increased adenyl cyclase activity, as adenyl cyclase activity causes increase in secretion in GIT. Second, zinc increases gut mucosa regeneration, therefore promoting healing and thus the recovery. Coming to the dose of the zinc given. If less than 6 months of age of the child, then 10 mg per day. If more than 6 months, then 20 mg per day for 14 days. Now let's see the role of the antibiotics given in the diarrheal patient. Role of antibiotics come into the play if any one of the feature is positive, that is fever, dysentery, culture positive or non-responsive to therapy. Our gut naturally has bacteria. This is called as good bacteria or commensals. Bacteria in our gut protect us from harmful other bacterial agents by competing for substances. Also, this bacteria helps in digestion of the complex substances, hence preventing the diarrhea itself. Now let's see what happens if there occurs non-judicial use of antibiotics. Non-judicial use of antibiotics leads to killing of good bacteria, due to which there occurs no competition for pathological or disease-causing bacteria. Hence, the disease chances increases. Since good bacteria were responsible for adequate digestion, hence the clinical features of diarrhea and malabsorption may be seen. Now coming to the last part of this topic, the management of persistent diarrhea. As we have already discussed in the starting of the GIT series, that persistent diarrhea can be due to lactose intolerance. Hence, the management revolves around reducing the lactose content of the diet. Diet A: low lactose diet. Diet B: lactose free diet. And Diet C: monosaccharide based diet. Please click on the link below in the description to know about which food item contains low lactose, which contain high lactose, and even the food items that do not contain lactose at all. The link is given in the description. Now, some general tips before wrapping the topic of diarrhea. Hygiene. It is the most effective way of prevention. Clean environment, clean toys, frequent habit of hand washing. Eating well cooked food. Wash the fruits and peels off the cover before giving to the child. Vaccines, although have a little role. One vaccine to be remembered is rotavirus. Orally given, schedule same as pentavalent, and etc. One more thing to be remembered is the water. Water need to be filtered or boiled, then only given to a child. And say no to earthen pots.